Alright, so it's Sunday. I said I wasn't going to make a video, but I found some good deals on Craigslist this morning, as you can see. So, I found out my truck can actually fit 2 lawn tractors instead of 1, so that's a good thing. But yeah, so I just picked up these 2 tractors. I paid 60 bucks for both of them, and that 20 horsepower Briggs V twin that's blown up. What a surprise. It's like the 3rd one in like 1 week, I'd say. So that's not too bad. I just checked out some of the tags. This is a 2001 Craftsman. Ta-da, missing a motor. And that is a 2000 Craftsman mower. But surprisingly, I thought it was older than what it is. I thought it was like maybe like a 97, but I checked the tag. I'm like, wow. That's still, you know, new. So I was kind of surprised. Just out of curiosity, I wonder what the motor says. See, the motor says 97, so maybe the fender was replaced. Yeah, that's gotta be it, because there's no way it says a 2000. So maybe the fender was pulled off at one time. But yeah, so that's what's going on. We got 2 of these. That motor there's blown up, so it's just for parts. I mainly only bought them just to make a connection with the guy, and basically I know I can get my money back between just one transmission. Both of them are they're both 6-speed transmissions. I usually sell those for about 60 to 75 bucks a piece. And I know I can get the money back there. And then the tires, they seem pretty good, especially on this one here. Really clean. I got the front axles. And surprisingly, these deck lift assemblies, I've been selling them quite a bit. I've actually run out. I sold the one off the LTX instantly. So that's pretty good. I have both the decks. The deck on that one's obviously still there. And I have the other deck sitting outside, and it's got no rust on it at all, which is really nice. So that's pretty good. I had a little incident, though, as I was pulling in this tractor. I ran this grill over, so it's trash now. Shouldn't have been on the floor in the first place, but whatever. You know, it is what it is. So that's where it's going on. Awesome. That was pretty tight. But yeah, so I picked these 2 up. 60 bucks, you can't beat it. And you know, I got some of the covers too. You know, it's a pretty rare cover. You don't see too many of the gray ones. Must have come off of a Husqvarna. The guy's got a Toro 0 turn. I'm kind of sort of interested. I'm not really sure yet. He's got the pulley. He's got the PTO. It's I don't know. I gotta pull it up on my phone so I can figure out what it is here. It is a Toro Time? T-I-M-E. It's a time cutter. 1438. It's got a 38-inch deck. I'll show you some of the pictures of it. I'll just figure out here what I got here. So, that's it right there. Not too bad. If the camera's going to focus here. You know, it's pretty decent. Dude wants 300 bucks. Needs a motor. But I'm going to try and find a motor for it first, and we'll take it from there. But I still got to wait. Check out that plate, huh? Pretty funny. I think I showed you guys that already. But I'm going to try and find a motor for it first before I buy it. Other than that, it just needs a motor. Dude wants 300 bucks, but I think 300 bucks is kind of sort of a rip-off. I get for like 250 or something like that, and you know, that'd be pretty reasonable. He's got another Troy built too. I might scoff that. It's got a 17 horse on it, fairly new Troy built. He wants like 200. If I can get it for like $1.50, it'd be worth it. Pretty clean. But yeah, so those are future projects, I guess. I made another connection, which is good. So I need all the connections I can get. But yeah, so we're gonna just start chopping some of these up. So that kind of take me too long, especially, you know, this one here. It's already missing the deck and the motor, so it should only take me like a half hour. And that one there may be a little bit longer. This one here wouldn't be a bad candidate to put a motor on, but I don't have any motors. So, it is what it is. Looks like somebody already robbed the carb off of it. It's kind of wild that someone swapped out the fender. Oh, different. Yeah, someone actually did swap out the fender. That's surprising. I know that because some of the bolts are stripped out, which is something different. I don't know why someone would do that. Kind of pointless. But anyway, enough talking. Let's get to work. Well, boys, we got that lawn tractor there all done, so that's pretty good. We got the transmission pulled out of it. It seemed pretty good. I tested it out pretty good. Pulled the front axle off, the steering column, the deck lift, the gas tank's just going to go to the recycle. Tires and set of tires over there, so doing pretty good. Pretty ironic part is I was just felt my phone go off there. I look at it, it was an email, and I'm reading the email. It says, congratulations, you have just sold Craftsman LTX front grille. I'm like, son of a fucking bitch. Yeah. Sold the broken grill, but so I guess I'll be canceling that order. You know, like, are you fucking kidding me? I had to break it. I just had to break it, didn't I? But it wasn't completely all my fault. I mean, this tractor literally fell right off the ramp and then slid right over, so yeah. Son of a fucking bitch. I just can't believe it, you know? Like, the most hardest to find hood, you sell it for $44 and 99 cents on eBay, and now it's fucking broken, so I just lost out on that. What a bummer. But anyway, I'm sure there'll be many more hoods to go. Luckily that's a good hood anyway. It's got a little gouge in the top of it, but it's not that big of a deal. Just a small little gouge, but the rest of it's good. Lens is junk, but you know, still a complete grill, and these really like to break, so that's good. Always not broken. So I'll retrieve my money by this grill. But yeah, I was feeling this transmission. Man, this thing's just smooth. The one that was in that one there was a Peerless to come, so I'm curious to see what's in this one. It's probably a splicer. Yeah, I can't quite read up underneath there yet, but it's probably a splicer. And not that big of a deal. I just can't get over the fact that somebody swapped out the the whole rear fender running board setup. It must have been rotted or something. That's the only thing I can think of why they changed it out. Maybe like these rotted out or something. You know, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. But anyway, along with what we're doing, that's what we got going on. So, messaged just one kid about a ATV this morning. I was going to go up take a look at it, but you know, he's still kicking the fucking tires, and he sends me a video this morning of the thing because he took these photos that are just like complete, I don't know, it looked like he took a picture with a piece of corn. You know how it's like all square and stuff like that? Yeah, it looked like a piece of corn. And then he sends me this video this morning of it. It was even worse than the pictures. I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, this guy really has a full ear of corn that he is filming with. I'm like, wow, I should sell him, like, ooh, look at this guy running. Yeah, I don't need that in my shop. Yeah. So I'm thinking to myself, gee, I should sell him the lens of my GoPro. Maybe he could put that in his piece of corn or something. Like, holy, you know. So, anyway, enough talk. Let's get on with this one. This one's going to be a fun one. Not. Got a whole fucking motor to pull off of it. I hate pulling these engines. I wish they were just nice and simple. That's why I bought that one. Quick, simple, the motor's already off of it. You know. But whatever. Money is money. You can't be bitching about that. So. Alright, so I was just doing my regular stripping down the motor. I usually, you know, pull the valve cover off when I have the 3/8 socket on there. And I use the 3/8 socket to pull, you know, the trail cable off and a few other little odds and ends stuff like the gas tank. And I noticed right off the bat there was something wrong here. I pulled out the valve cover. I was like, alright, whatever. And I just caught the corner of my eye. I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait a minute. The, you know, rocker arms are not even attached to anything. They're just dangling there. So I was like, alright, hold on here, hold on. I was told this motor was blown. So I'm looking around the block, I'm like, nope, nothing wrong there. And so now I'm to the point, I'm just like, alright, you know, let me just check to see if the cam's working. So I, you know, put my hand on both of them and I spun the motor over, and sure enough, it's working. It's like, alright, something's up here. So then I take the screwdriver, stuck it, removed the spark plug, because the spark plug was already, well, I never really removed it, it was already out. But I stuck my screwdriver in there, and sure enough, it's got fucking compression. So I was like, oh, alright, so yeah, I think this motor might be actually good, believe it or not. I think all what it was is just that the valves needed to be adjusted, and they just, you know, fell right off. That's my theory. You know, no guarantees, but it is low on oil. You know, there's no oil in it at all, actually. And carburetor is missing, but it's not that big of a deal. I just actually pulled the intake off of scrap metal. I put it over there, like, holy, that no chunk of scrap metal there, because I don't sell them, they don't move. But now I'm like, huh, something's up here. We got a good motor. Or I think it's a good motor. I think basically the valves need to be adjusted. They weren't adjusted. I mean, I can definitely just slide this piece right back on with 2 hands. And you should be able to do that. So, I don't know. I think we'll be keeping this motor for a little bit for further investigation. So, you never know. 15 horse. That might be worth saving. Oh, 15.5. Platinum. Woohoo! So, that's what's going on. Maybe I'll keep that motor and buy that zero turn for maybe like 250 or something like that. And stick this engine on there and just, you know, use the cover on it. Because I think what was on there was a 14, but no one's going to know the difference, you know. So that might be an option, you know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. So I'm going to continue stripping this thing down. And now once it's all stripped down, we're going to go over a few other little things we got going on. Alright, well, you can start calling me paranoid or something, but I don't know what the hell's going on. Just heard like a bunch of police cars go by, and next thing you know, there's a fucking helicopter flying over us. I don't know. He's somewhere in this area. I took a look. He was just over our house, and now he's like kind of sort of over there, and that's kind of sort of where everything happened out there, so hope everything's alright over there. Kind of sort of freaking me out a little bit. But, yeah, he's fucking close. You can hear him in here. The neighbors are out over there, and they're over there watching, too. So we don't know what the hell's going on. But, yeah, so, here's what we got going on. Not a whole lot. Just, want to brief you in on that. You know, pretty fucking crazy. I don't know. Call me paranoid, but, yeah, I couldn't quite figure out couldn't find the model number on this thing. Usually it's, like, right there, but it's not. So I'll have to wash it up, see if I can't find some numbers someplace. Sometimes they're right there, but I don't even feel any in there. So, yeah. Kind of so it looks like another Peerless. I don't know. I'll have to compare them. Yeah, it might be another Peerless. Just that the shift linkages is just a little bit different. This one here has got a little bubble here. See how this space is in? This one doesn't. So I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. There's no numbers really, that's the problem. Maybe the sticker or something blew off, so I'll have to figure that out. But, yeah, so as we were going on, we got a helicopter flying over. So I noticed one thing, take a look at this. This spindle head was just recently replaced. Brand new tag, and look at that, no rust on it. That's pretty kick-ass. So, yeah. Damn, that fucking helicopter's back over us again. What the frig? Oh, hey. You gonna drop a bomb or something? Let me know. Alright, so got everything all chopped up. Just got the scrap metal pile building up again. Probably about another week I'll do another scrap run. Just been hectic lately. But, yeah, so I'm not really sure what the hell is up with the helicopter. He's still flying up and above us. And friggin' people around the neighborhood are starting to freak out again. So, I don't know. Didn't hear anything this time. Maybe they're just doing some aerial shots. I don't really know. But, yeah. So, I took a better look at this unit. Oh, wow. I just noticed something else. Somebody pulled some of the head bolts off, I just noticed. Huh. I'm not really sure what that's all about. I'll have to do some further investigations on this thing. Because I noticed this valve is stuck. Ooh, sorry, I'm burping. I noticed this valve is stuck. It's because there's just so much water got into it, rusted it shut. And you know, you can fix them, but sometimes they don't always work right. So, you know, there's a good chance I'll probably get another head along the way, or just, you know, figure it out. But, man, what the fuck is going on? That helicopter is right over us. And then with this thing, I don't know what the hell is up with it. I turned her over, and it seems like it's got compression. So, I don't know. We'll have to figure this one out, too. I mean, I turned her over. It's got compression. So, I'm going to take a better look at her again. That one's got a spark plug in it. What about this side? That one's got a spark plug in it. So, I don't know. I don't know, really. I don't know. Let me see if I can see the... See, that piston's moving. I can see it. I see it. Alright. What about this one? Stupid screw down there to pull that guy off. But, I don't know. There's a good chance that this motor might be good. I mean, there's no sparkles in the oil. I didn't hear anything clicking around on the inside. Usually when you lift it up, you can hear it, you know, clinker, clatter, you know, that kind of deal. But I didn't hear anything, so I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it's not a good motor, or then again, it could be missing a governor with my luck, you know. But yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know. What year is this thing? This is a 2005. Wow, that's a fairly new motor. 2005 Briggs. Looks like the carburetor was rebuilt not too long ago. Got a nice new carb bowl on it. So I'll have to figure this one out too. So we got two mystery motors, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so hopefully tomorrow that guy will contact me with that Skag. That'll be pretty cool. If I can pick that up for, you know, maybe like $600 or something like that. And maybe dump an engine on it or figure out what it needs. So that's what we got going on. Another thing I was thinking about doing is I watch these videos before I upload them to YouTube, and it started to piss me off a little bit that the video quality just sucks so much. I mean, I could do a direct upload to this camera with this camera, and it looks crystal clear. As opposed to if I render it, it just comes out shitty. So I did some searching last night, and it seems like a pretty good, reasonable thing to do is to buy a GoPro, but I'll wait about another month or so. But for right now, I'm thinking about maybe buying just like a little MacBook computer on eBay. I seen one go for last night for like 125 bucks. It was like a 13-inch. It was made in like 2007 or something like that. I don't give a shit about the year. But the thing of it is, it has iMovie on it. And I wouldn't mind buying just a laptop that has iMovie on it. You know, I can eventually still use a laptop, but it's got iMovie on it. So I was wondering what you guys' suggestions are for reasonable price MacBook. I'm not really, you know, into computers that much. So I'm sure you guys can tell me what I need in order to run iMovie. You know, I'm sure there's a certain, like, megabyte or gigabyte. I'm not really sure. RAM is the one I want to use on a computer. What I should use that's, you know, halfway decent. I don't mind waiting an hour or two to render a video that's 20 minutes long. You know, I don't mind that. It's just a factor, you know, what's a decent one? I'm looking to spend maybe like 160 bucks and maybe like dump the rest on like a GoPro come later on next month or two. You know, so give me some thoughts, guys. I know a lot of you guys are computer guys that watch the videos, so help me out. I'm not really a computer technician kind of guy, you know. So if you can help me out, that would be pretty awesome. But, yeah, so I don't know. We did pretty good. We got two mystery motors. We got two scrap chassis. And quite a bit of parts. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool there. And, yeah, so we're looking pretty good. Not too bad. So, that must be the cover for it, too. That must have came off of like a Husqvarna or something like that. That's the only reason why I can think of a gray cover would be on a V-twin. You know, and then this guy here, we'll have to figure out what's up with it. You know, you never know. We could just pull off the head and the fucking cylinder walls could be all fucked up. But, yeah, so that's what we got going on. So I'm going to sweep up a little bit, and I think we'll just end the video here. So, yeah. Alright, so I know I was going to clean up and all, but it's starting to get late, so I'm just going to go have some dinner. But, yeah, so I think we're going to do the daily shout out. This is a kid that does some pretty good landscaping. You know, he puts out pretty decent videos, but he could use more subscribers because, you know, he's doing some decent videos. He does yard work. He's a young kid. If you want, you can check him out. It's JB Landscaping. I've known him for quite a while now. And pretty good guy. He puts up a video maybe once or twice a week. Not the heavy video guy, but, you know, he does some pretty great landscaping. If you're into the landscaping stuff, definitely check out him. I almost just said Teflon tape. What the hell did I just gonna say? But yeah, so check him out. Not too bad videos. And, you know, Subscribe if you want. If you don't, whatever. Hopefully some of you guys really checked out yesterday's shout out. SWRC. I finally clicked into my head last night. I was like, oh fuck! Just at the end of the video, I was like, oh, now I know the fucking name of the place. It's Southwest Rod and Custom. I couldn't think of the fucking name, and then just as I was leaving the garage, I was like, oh, that's the name of the fucking thing. So yeah, so check out him, and then check out JB. He's a pretty good guy, and you know. Like I said, if you want, subscribe to these guys. If not, whatever. But anyway, same deal with me. If you want to subscribe, whatever. If not, whatever. You know. But I forgot to call him about that scooter today. But anyway, enough saying. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get this mess all cleaned up and some stuff sorted out. Maybe we'll take apart these engines, try and figure out what's up with them. Because I know there's nothing wrong with this one. Well, I'm sure there's something wrong with it, but I couldn't quite figure it out yet. I shook it, and I don't hear anything on the inside of it, so. Anyway, and help me out with the laptop, guys. Let me know what you guys think, so. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys will have a good night, and we'll see you then.